Get ready to hear the truth about America. A news show that isn't allergic to the facts. The Bold Conservative. Now, here's your host, James Ledbetter.
Good morning to all my bold conservatives out there. This is the Bold Conservative Show. Today we're going to be discussing the IG report was released yesterday. The IG report reveals that the FBI wiretap of Carter Page was riddled with errors and mistakes. Hold on to your mega hats. It's going to get good. This is the Bold Conservative Show. So the Justice Department's internal watchdog found the controversial surveillance of a former Trump campaign advisor, Carter Page, was riddled with errors, and this raises questions, folks, about its justification. How can they justify something when they went about it the wrong way? They didn't legally have this going. They literally had the FISA court believing that the Steele dossier was accurate. So that's the first thing. So the voluminous report released Monday by the Justice Department Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, identified 17 separate inaccuracies across 3 surveillance applications, effectively inflating the justification of monitoring former foreign policy advisor Carter Page starting in the fall of 2016. So this all started actually before 2016, but it became official in 2016. So Horowitz, however, concluded the FBI was somehow legally justified in launching its inquiry into Russia's interference in the 2016 election. There was no documentary or testimonial evidence from what IG Horowitz says. Now, this is his words. There was no testimonial evidence that political bias or improper motivation influenced the FBI's decision to conduct these operations, the report said. So let me get this straight. Even though Peter Strzok and Lisa Page were texting back and forth with absolute bias. So listen, what I've noticed is Robert Mueller's report contradicts IG Horowitz's report, because Robert Mueller's report stated that there was bias, and it listed all of the different texts from Lisa Page and Peter Strzok saying that he's not going to win, right? Peter Strzok said, of course he won't. We'll make sure he doesn't. All of these people voted for Hillary Clinton, folks. They wanted Hillary Clinton to win. That's the clear bias. So as far as the no bias goes, Horowitz has to be wrong. He has to be wrong. So the IG report, which was released publicly Monday, dug into the origins of the FBI's investigation into President Trump, his 2016 campaign, and the transition teams and any possible collusion or coordination with Russian officials, which, as we saw in the Mueller report, there was none. So, but according to Horowitz, the FBI fell short of its obligations with regard to providing accurate and complete information on the first FISA application filed against Trump's aide, Carter Page. Here, there are 17, but I listed actually in the show notes 7 major errors in the FBI and the errors mistakes they made. So number 1, the FBI omitted information it had obtained from another U.S. government agency, Page's relationship and work with that agency. And the report says, omitted information the FBI had obtained from another U.S. agency detailing its prior relationship with Page, including that Page had been approved as an operational contact for the other agency from 2008 to 2013, and that Page had provided information to the other agency concerning his prior contacts with certain Russian intelligence officers, one in which overlapped the facts asserted in the FISA application. So, like I said before, the FISA application was illegally obtained based off the Steele dossier. And if you have read the Mueller report, you see that the Steele dossier is inaccurate and still irrelevant to anything that had to do with the investigation that it brought forth. So as insane as that is, the FBI was wrong in the first place. So, all right, so the number two error was the FBI bolstered the accuracy of the Steele dossiers, Christopher Steele reporting without any real evidence or approval of Steele's handling agent. And this is what the IG report said. Exact words now. Included a source characterization statement asserting that Steele's prior reporting had been corroborated and used in criminal proceedings, which overstated the significance of Steele's past reporting and was not approved by Steele's handling agent as required by the Woods procedure. So, like I said before, and like I've been saying, Steele's report was not accurate. It was not a legal document. There was no evidence of anything in the Steele dossier. So that's the error number 2, folks. And well, we're going to keep going. Number 3, the FBI, get this, left out information that might have cast doubt on the statement of the witness Steele had even warned might be prone to embellishment. And here's what the IG report said. Exact words. Omitted information relevant to the reliability of person 1, a key Steele subsource who was attributed with providing the information in Report 95 and some of the information in Reports 80 and 102 relied upon in the application. Named that Steele himself told members of the Crossfire Hurricane team that person 1 was a boaster and an egoist and may engage in some embellishment. So here you go. So how did IG Horowitz come up with there was no bias? That sounded like bias. And remember, you can click on the link in the show notes and you'll come straight to the page that I made. Plus, William Barr's official statement, the official PDF. All right, so number 4, the FISA warrant falsely claimed that Steele had only shared his research with the FBI and Fusion GPS, but still told the FBI he had also given it to the State Department. So, this was lie number 4. This was inaccuracy number 4. So basically, Steele told the FBI that he also gave his dossier to the State Department. But the FISA warrant says that Steele only gave it to the FBI and Fusion GPS, which was a lie. But nothing will come of it. Nothing ever comes of it. All right, so number 5. The FBI omitted a statement from George Papadopoulos in which he denied any and all contact between the Trump team and Russia or other groups such as WikiLeaks. So the FBI completely took this out. George Papadopoulos' statement, which denies the Trump team and Russia connection and with WikiLeaks. So they decided to leave that out in order to get the FISA warrant, which would have made a big difference in obtaining the warrant. And that's just the top of the barrel, folks. I mean, we haven't even got into the bottom of the barrel yet. Number 6, the FBI omitted Page's claims that he had never met former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort, disputing assertions that Page had worked for Manafort as an intermediary. All right, so they omitted Page's consensually monitored statements to the FBI. They omitted this information. They omitted Page's claims that he never met Trump campaign advisor Paul Manafort, which once again would have made a big difference in obtaining the FISA warrant to spy on the Trump campaign. But as usual, this is the thing. Nothing's going to come of it. Nobody's going to do anything about it. All of this. And Trump makes a phone call to Ukraine, and then they're ready to impeach him. You see what I'm saying? You see the blatant hypocrisy here. All right. Number 7, the FBI cherry-picked statements from Page, used those that supported certain conspiracy theories, and omitted those that contradicted them. So basically, they picked and chose what they would put in the FISA warrant application, so that just to make it seem like, hey, Carter Page we need to spy on this because Carter Page is this or Carter Page is that. This is what the FBI, this is Obama's FBI, folks. It's crazy. And that was number 7. That's the 7 most errorous parts of the report. So here's the thing. According to the report's overall conclusion, now, the FBI had pushed ahead with the Steele dossier's specific allegations against Carter Page, despite having no corroboration that any of them were accurate. So they just went with whatever British spy Christopher Steele said. Christopher Steele, Bruce Orr, the CIA even told James Comey that he wouldn't use the Steele dossier to obtain the FISA warrant. And James Comey went ahead and used it anyway, just stapled it to the report, to the application. So he was warned. And as far as Attorney General A.G. Barr, he responded to the report almost immediately, saying that the Inspector General's report now makes clear that the FBI launched an intrusive investigation of a U.S. presidential campaign on the thinnest of suspicions that, in his view, were insufficient to justify the steps taken. And once again, you can read his official statement in the link. I will have the link below. So here's the thing. We have the best spy novel that's ever that could ever be written happened in real life. This is the thing. They were not happy that Trump won. So now they keep coming up with all these crazy conspiracy theories, the Russia hoax. Now they're trying to impeach him because of a phone call. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Continue listening, and I thank you all for listening. Each one of you have a great, great day. But first, I want to mention one of our sponsors. The original Patriot Survival Company, My Patriot Supply, was founded by people with a passion for self-sufficiency and food independence. My Patriot Supply not only understands the drive to practice emergency preparedness, they are active participants in the survivalist lifestyle. They believe that freedom, true freedom, comes from attaining a certain level of self-reliance. My Patriot Supply prepares you for any type of emergency. I ordered several of their kits just to try them out. The food tastes great and the cooking vessels are grade A, top-of-the-line accessories. They sell everything from supplies of food, cookware, and battery packs and charging systems. You never know when tragedy will strike. So being prepared when it does is priority number one. Their food packs are great tasting and have a 25-year shelf life. Most of their packs will last a family 3 months or more. So don't hesitate to make one of the most important decisions of your life. Prepare now. Order your survival kits from My Patriot Supply now. The link will be in the description below.
To all my bold conservatives. To all my bold conservatives. To all my bold conservatives. To all my bold conservatives.